Someone asked, how did we get together? Okay. You know what? Because we're in the spirit of Valentine's Day, I guess I can like briefly sum it up for you. Just briefly. I'm not gonna get too into it. But at the time, I wasn't interested in getting into a relationship because I had gotten out of a pretty like long-term relationship that just ended up not working out. Because like, you know, people just sometimes you just aren't compatible. And I was like, you know what? I don't need a relationship. I'm just gonna focus on myself, right? And then after we started talking, I was like, oh, I mean, I guess I have like kind of a crush on him, but I don't want to pursue anything. Like, boyfriend, ew, you know? It's one of those where you're like, just sort of like in denial. And I was so convinced that nothing would come of it that I didn't even tell my friends like about this crush that I had. Because I'm like, well, it's just a crush. It's fleeting. It's fleeting. It's gonna pass. I don't care. Feelings, ew, gross. I know. And then we went on like a New York trip with a bunch of friends, like Chili and Cypher Den and Tabs, and we had a blast. And I was like, yeah, I like this guy, but I don't want anything from it. I'm not I don't want a relationship. I don't need a relationship. I am my own like, okay, I was terrified that if I got into a relationship, like again, that would mean that I was not capable of like being my own person. And that's not true. You can be your own person and like be in a relationship, right? But I was like, I don't need one. I don't need a guy. That's stupid. So, I avoided it. And I remember like later on, he had called me up and was like, hey, I like you and I would like to pursue an exclusive relationship with you. Yeah, those are my feelings. And I said, okay, no. And he was like, what? I mean, okay, it wasn't exactly like that, but listen, I was very confusing, okay? I was being a confusing person. Cause he was like, well, did you tell me you liked me? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, but you don't want to like go out? And I'm like, no. And then like, okay, don't worry. Like a day later, I was like, okay, I changed my mind. Okay, like, okay, you know why? Because we had been talking like a lot, and I realized that if it ended right there, if it just ended with like a regular rejection, we probably would stop talking because that would be kind of weird, right? Like, could you imagine like asking out your friend and your friend is like, nah, and like, I don't know, how do you continue talking normally after that? Like, that's really weird. And am I gonna regret telling this story? Yeah, I'm sorry. Listen, it was a confusing time in my life, and I realized, oh, he's probably gonna like, we're probably gonna stop talking, and I realized that's not what I wanted, and I was like, okay, well maybe I do like him more than I thought I did. Whatever, sure, mumble grumble. Then we started dating. There you go. That's the story.